So we formally start the series of webinars in collaboration with Acimit. So today we have a session on advancement in spinning technologies. And for the session, formally, I would request Dr. Alessandro Lumura for welcome remarks. And I would also like to introduce him. He's quite young man with more than 12 years of experience working for Italian trade agency and other Italian institutions, supporting and facilitating the business relation between the Italian and foreign companies. He joined ICE, Italian Trade Association agency, in 2011. At its headquarters in Rome, Alessandro has been in charge for marketing and advisory for Italian small and medium industries enterprises, foreign direct investment, and planning and execution of promotional projects in favor of Italian technologies. Outside Italy, he served as a deputy director of Shanghai office, and since September 2020, he is now deputy director of Italian Trade Agency office in Dubai and a trade commissioner for the UAE, Oman, Pakistan. I would like to request Dr. Alessandro Lamura for a welcome remarks, please. Alessandro Lamura, can you hear us? You need to unmute your mic and please.
Yes.
Yes,
Good
please.
morning. Good morning. Thank you, Mr. Talamdani, also for reading my bio. Good morning from Dubai. We are presenting today, and we are starting the technology activities, the training session of the Textile in Italian Textile Technology Center, and I want to thank you, National Textile University, the rector, Professor Tanver Hussain, and of course, Mr. Dr. Tala Hamdani. As the Italian institution look with favor to these activities and the technology centers. And I want to present also today the technology machinery technologies that is was an important they play an important role also for the Italian fashion sector. Why I'm talking today about also I'm referring to fashion sector, because Italy is a leading country in fashion, and also thanks to the textile technology that over the years became a leading country in also in the fashion. Pakistan today play a leading role in textile, and Pakistan is the 18 countries, the 18 largest exporter countries in textile for Asia, and his export is important. It was important also in 2020, and also considering the technology, the Italian technology. The Italian technology can be very important for the for Pakistan for play an effective roles in exporting in the textile sector. So because later will Mr. Zucchi, the president of Acimit, that will present also the company and the important role of Acimit in these sectors. The Italian machineries can are important and plays the role in sustainability. The Italian technologies are important also for the reliability, and so I want to welcome everybody and wish all the participants to follow this training, and I want to wish to everybody an important series of training. Thank you.
Thanks, Dr. Alessandro. Our next speaker was Mr. Alex Zucchi, the president of Acimit, but unfortunately, due to some technical reason, he is unable to join. So we are sorry. And I would also like to invite Professor Dr. Tanveer Hussain, who is a rector, National Textile University. His area of expertise are functional textiles, clothing comfort, textile dyeing and finishing, textile expert system, modeling and predicting textile behavior, application of neural networks and physiologics in textiles. He is an author of more than 150 research publications and various conference proceedings. I would like to ask Professor Dr. Tanveer Hussain for his welcoming remarks, please.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. First of all, on behalf of National Textile University and Pakistani textile industry, I would like to express my deepest gratitude to Association of Italian Textile Machinery Manufacturers and Italian Trade Commission for arranging this webinar series. My special thanks to Dr. Alessandro Lamura, Deputy Trade Commissioner, and Mr. Alex Zucchi, President of Acimit. I'm also grateful to all the speakers from different Italian textile machinery manufacturers for their kindness and willingness to share their valuable expertise through these seminars. No doubt, the Italian textile machinery is one of the best in the world, and technical know-how of the Italian experts is also among the best in the world. I'm sure these webinars will be extremely helpful in enhancing knowledge of all the participants. I'm also thankful to our Department of Textile Engineering, our Dean, and our co-host and all the organizers for facilitating the arrangement of these webinars. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. So we will start discussing the advancement in spinning technologies. So our first topic is a comprehensive solution for contamination identification and removal in cotton and non-woven mills. The speaker is Mr. Renato Gerletti, who is representing Loptex company. Mr. Renato Gerletti is a partner owner and commercial director of Loptex company. He is responsible of Pakistani market and other key markets in Asia. He has a long experience on fibers quality control with special reference to the contamination contents in cotton spinning mills and in non-woven mills. So I would like to request Mr. Renato Gerletti to share his views.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. First of all, I would like to extend my thanks to Dr. Lamura, to Mr. Zucchi, and Dr. Ramdani for organizing this important section. Can you hear me, gentlemen?
Yes, we can hear you, please. Please.
Okay. So I will immediately start my presentation and share all the content with you. Cristo. Excuse me, gentlemen, I have some problem in sharing. One moment, please.
Yes, no problem.
Per dividere un file, io sono qui adesso in... Capisco. Allora, condividi il contenuto, vado su desktop, giusto?
Non so, questo cos'è?
Microsoft Teams.
Cos'è che
Gentlemen, it will be better now to give priority to Dr. Carabelli, and I try to somehow sort out my problem. Maybe Miss Carabelli can start her section right now, and then I will continue later on, after her.
Okay.
Assalamu alaikum to everybody, to all the students, and first of all also to Professor Dr. Tanvir, that I had the chance and honor to meet some years ago when I was in Pakistan. And let's say the relationship with Acimit started under my presidency. So should I start the speech?
Yes, please.
So again, good morning to everybody. Good morning to the children, to the students, or children not anymore, sorry. And here we are. My name is Raffaella Carabelli. I am a sales director of FADIS and also an owner. And I was the past president of Acimit before President Zucchi. And as I was saying, our relationship with the NTU started at that time when I personally visited your campus. Absolutely gorgeous place, very nice, where now they are implementing the new also center with the Italian textile machinery. Dr. Lamura, buongiorno also to you and to everybody. So today I'm here on behalf of FADIS, our company. FADIS, we are making winding machine. We are member obviously of Acimit, and all our machines are green certified and 100% made in Italy. What is FADIS, if I can say so? There are basically our bedrocks, our values, what we are. We summarized under our name. So FADIS means flexibility. FADIS is a machine for all types of yarn. FADIS are diversified machine and energy efficient. FADIS is innovative technology, space efficient and open platform concept. You will understand why those points are very important and we are very proud of them, because in fact everybody, let's say, underestimates sometimes what is the importance of winding, but winding is very important in all, let's say, the starting point of the textile field. Who we are. FADIS, you can combine two words, heritage and innovation. Heritage because we are 60 years old company, the oldest producer of precision winder in the market under the same ownership, and innovative. Yes, because we are innovative company, sustainable, a smart company, and 100% made in Italy. Why we underline those points? Because to have a very flexible product, you have to have also behind a company and a structure that allows you to obtain those results. So as you can see on the left picture, we are a solar powered company. So our machine, not only the machine itself, but also our factory is a sustainable factory. Then we have all automated tooling machine for making also the machine. So starting from the production till the final product, we are very flexible and innovative. Today, what is the presentation about? Today, the presentation is about the importance of precision winding to reduce the dyeing cost. And we use the hammer how to give a sense to this question. Because as I said, winding is an important aspect for, let's say, the dyeing process. When we do, have to dye a yarn, obviously we talk about yarn dyeing, you have to make a soft wet package, you have to dye it, and then you have to rewind it. But all these three steps are absolutely integrated and interrelated. The good dyeing depends on a good soft winding. My teacher, because I also had teacher, was always telling me that well wound is half dyed. And this is absolutely correct. But also rewinding depends on the two other aspects. So it depends both on the soft winding and on the dyeing itself. So the three, why we put a circle, because the three aspects are all interrelated. You see a bobbin and you say, oh, why is so important? Yes, why is so important? Because if you can see the left package, you see main problems what you have. When you visually, sometimes it's difficult to understand this. But you have a lot of problem of bobbin unevenness. You have differences inside, outside of a bobbin, from one bobbin to the other. Then you have what are called technically, if you are doing spinning, you will see the channeling issue. So channeling, what does it mean? It means that the liquid ratio does not go through properly through the bobbin. And sometimes you have also hairiness problem. So how all this happens? It happens because you don't have the right bobbin. So what is the scope of the Fadis precision winding machine is exactly to eliminate all those aspects. How we do this? Using control density and control yarn laying of the yarn. So you see physically the two bobbins. A Fadis bobbin is the one you see on the right side. So you have a much more uniform deep penetration. You have uniformity inner out of the bobbin. And this what does bring you as a result, because we have to give you a benefit of buying this kind of machine. You use a less strong, reduced dyeing pump pressure requirement. And this automatically has two benefits: reducing your dyeing cost and increasing your yarn quality. I make a very simple example. You know, hair dryer. If you have to dye a bobbin like the left one, to be sure your dyeing master will use a very strong pump pressure. And when you use a strong pump pressure to be sure of dyeing, you will increase the hairiness of the yarn because the pump is going strongly. But if you have a bobbin like the one shown on the right side, that is very uniform, the liquid ratio penetrates very easily through the bobbin. So you can go at the lower pump pressure, so you reduce the hairiness of the yarn and you reduce automatically your dyeing cost because you use less energy and also dyeing stuff. So the dyeing gets better results and a reduced cost thanks to the use of a proper precision winder. So how do we get to that result? Because those are the main points that define what is a good bobbin. So those are aspects essential to get to the result that I have explained to you now. Positively driven bobbin. It means that there is no pressure between the bobbin and the bale roller. So it means that there is no abrasion to the yarn. Pneumatic pressure control of the bobbin. What does it mean? Why is it important? Because when the package diameter increases, you don't have to keep pressing this bobbin, but there is an automatic release of the pressure of the bobbin so that you can keep the density uniform. The winding system. This is a very important aspect. Somebody says, oh, the bobbin looks like all the same. No way. There are many different ways how to create a bobbin. And the Fadis machines have all these so-called 4 different types of winding system, because each type of yarn, each type of process has its own winding system. This is a very important aspect. A drum winder, because you are student of spinning department, a drum winder has only winding angle that is a fixed angle that you cannot change. Your winding angle is given by the drum of the drum winder. So you cannot change, you cannot do anything, and you have patterns in the dyeing and patterns in the winding. With the Fadis winder, you can choose the best winding angle depending on the type of yarn and depending on the type of the process. So what else is important to control the bobbin? The tense control and the density control. Those are 2 major specialties of the Fadis precision winder. Because you know very well, coming from the spinning department, that from a big bobbin to the small bobbin, when you unwind it, you always have differences in tension. So how do we control this? With this automatic tense control system, where there is an online sensor that reads the tension of the yarn and automatically adjusts it to the desired parameters that we set in the computer of the machine. The same thing is the density control. This is the dream of all the dyeing master, to be sure that what they get from the spinning department, of the winding department, all the bobbin must have the same density and evenness. And this is what we can guarantee with our precision winders. So if I have to summarize a little bit all this together, this is a picture, real picture of the machine. So what do we have? As you can see, very straight yarn path, no angle. This is very important. You know very well that every angle increase the airiness of the yarn, can damage the yarn. Then, as I was saying, the spindle that we were discussing, brushless motor to reduce the power consumption, electronic yarn guided technology to have the possibility of changing the winding angle. You cannot use a drum winder, what is normally used in the spinning department. This is the reason why you have automatic winders and you have the precision winder, because our function, the function of the precision winder, is to do all the things that cannot be done on a drum winder of the spinning machines. Because drum winder, as I said before, you only have one fixed angle. On a precision winder, like the Fadis machine, you can change any parameter related to the package formation, depending on the type of yarn and depending on the what you have to obtain, thanks to the electronic yarn guided concept. So obviously, all this nowadays is commanded by high capacity touchscreen computers that are also remote control with Fadis. So all the Fadis machines are 4.0 machines, in the sense that we connect with the customer, the user, to share, receive, to share information, to share problems, to share doubts. If I have to summarize, what is the receipt for the perfect bobbin? Those are the principles that help the formation of the perfect bobbin. As you see on the right side, the perfect bobbin is both all types of shapes, all types of size, and all types of materials. Something that what you study in the spinning with automatic winder you cannot do, because our machine can do also the filament, the elastic yarn. Pakistan market is a market in great evolution, is a market that was 100% cotton a few years ago, but where nowadays there are more and more new yarns, new fibers coming, aramidic fiber for the technical yarns, filament yarn, elastic yarn, coarse span, all this. So to process those kind of yarn, you cannot use a standard winder. So combination of precision winding technology altogether, positively driven, automatic tensioning, automatic density, the possibility of making the shape of the bobbin, rounded edges, as you can see in the bobbin, so that during the dyeing you don't have any problem also at the edges of the bobbin. This is what makes the so-called perfect bobbin that will solve all your problems in dyeing and also in rewinding, because related to that, you have also a much higher metering accuracy, that when you go to the rewinding process, preparing bobbins for the warping, this will reduce also the leftovers of your bobbin, another very important aspect of a properly made bobbin. But FADIS is not only soft winding and rewinding. Obviously, is not the day to go in details for everything, but FADIS, wherever there is a bobbin, FADIS is there. So we make assembly winding before the twisting process that many spinning companies have. We make all the air covering and air texturing machine to produce, for example, the elastan yarn that is very much in use in Pakistan, in a lot of our Pakistani customers for the denim production of the elastic denim. Reeling and hand-to-cone winder when you make mercerized cotton. Elastic technology, FADIS is the pioneer and the market leader for the elastic technology processing. Cops and spooling winding, all related to specialty of the technical yarns. Who choose FADIS? We have many customers in Pakistan using already FADIS machine. All this is done thanks to the support of our local agent, Messrs. ATC, Associated Textile, with offices obviously in Lahore and Karachi, and also Faisalabad, where you are all located. And well, I'm here. I thank you very much today for being here together, for listening to our presentation. I hope that there are a lot of students there, and I thank you very much again, Dr. Tanvir and the university for the organization of this meeting. Thank you very much.
Many thanks, Rafaela, for giving your information on the importance of precision winding to reduce the dyeing and winding cost. Now we'll check with Renato Gerletti if he's ready. Or
sorry again for this inconvenience. I believe I'm ready now.
Okay, perfect.
And
so
please.
So you can start, please.
Yeah. I immediately start with the introduction, the presentation of our products and our technology. I would like to introduce the sorter system for the detection and removal of contamination. Can you see the content, sir? All of you?
Yes, we can see.
Okay. So what Loptex does, practically design, engineer, and sell worldwide system for the detection of contamination in spinning in non-woven planes. Let's say application is made on opening blow room line. Practically opening blow room line in spinning and in non-woven, they are very similar. But anyway, let me give a small company profile of Loptex. We are a leading company serving the textile industry for more than 25 years. And we offer state-of-the-art technology for fiber quality improvement in cotton and non-woven industry. We have our own assembly facility in Como area, close to Swiss border, where we have all RD department, commercial and administrative offices. Loptex sources from Italian, European and US sub-supplier. Loptex stands out for its pioneering vision. We've been the first company introducing solution for contamination removal in Pakistan. We just introduced a revolutionary solution controlling the contamination before carding machine at the end of the opening blow room line. And furthermore, Loptex through agency and after sales service station is close to its customer in the main textile area of the world. I would like to introduce now the contamination content problem in cotton and in all fibers. First of all, quality awareness of final consumer is boosting. I'm talking about knitting fabrics, I'm talking about woven fabrics, and I'm talking about also finish web in non-woven for hygienic and medical application. If we talk about Pakistani market, if we refer to Pakistani market, content of contamination in ginning planes and also consequently in spinning mill has drastically changed, since a lot of harmful contamination are present in cotton, like polypropylene, light color polypropylene strings and white polypropylene strings, which determine, I mean, a very high problem, very big problem for spinners and also for, let's say, mills producing medical and hygienic products for the market. Contamination in spinning may be lighting color polypropylene strings, which are spinnable and are not non-dyeable. These are very, very harmful, the most dangerous contamination. We can include also white polypropylene, which are spinnable and non-dyeable. These white polypropylene contamination, white polypropylene strings, are quite difficult to remove, since cannot be seen by, let's say, common color camera. Then there are color polypropylene strings, dark color polypropylene strings, let's say, then an immature fiber, which are spinnable also, and they generate snaps in final fabric. This sort of, let's say, let us call it contamination, are also non-dyeable, and you can see on final fabric. Then less harmful contamination, we can include feathers, we can include threads. Threads are dyeable, but during production, they can reduce the production on winding machinery stage, where young clearers, I mean, this sort of contamination will determine a cut on young clearer units, so they will determine the reduction of production at the latest stage. Same is for color piece of fabrics, jute, and then also we can include in contamination plastic films. These are sort of plastic films, by experience we have seen, that are not spinnable, so are much less harmful than any other contamination. I would like to introduce now EXA technologies, Loptex EXA technologies. How Loptex identify and eliminate contamination. Loptex is practically an optical system and detect contamination through different sources of lights. White light spectrum, let's say, light with on a light white light spectrum is generated. White light spectrum include all the spectrum of colors, and through this technology, Loptex identify all color and light color contamination, of course through camera system. Then we, Loptex, eliminate white polypropylene strings through red light in a sort of light in a spectrum of red, which this sort of lights practically generates a halo in a cotton tufts, but reflects the lights if a surface, a compact surface, a shiny compact surface is made. In this case, white polypropylene string, shiny and I would say glossy white polypropylene surface reflect this red light, so this contamination is detected. There is a big concentration of light or red light on surface of this contamination. Then Loptex also uses another module and generates a source of light in the spectrum of ultraviolet, and in this spectrum of light, Loptex can identify all fluorescent contamination, which includes dead and mature fiber and also fluorescent white polypropylene strings. This is the machine which has been introduced in ITMA Barcelona 2019, and this machine includes all the three technologies I just mentioned. It's a practical and optical technology with different source of lights. We have practically two modules. One module contains wide spectrum of light for the identification of color and light color contamination. One additional module includes ultraviolet lights and red lights for the identification of white polypropylene, white fluorescent polypropylene string, and white polypropylene strings with shiny and glossy surface. Then this is the identification of contamination. Then, of course, we need to remove this contamination from the fiber flow, from the fiber stream. And this is done through an array of solenoid valves with intelligent software, which assure minimum loss of non-faulty material. Practically, one contamination is seen, and one valve is only activated, so one contamination is separated from the fiber stream without any interruption of production. EXA modular concept leads to tailor-made solution on customer demand. Practically, what Loptex does. Loptex has developed an embedded technology. Embedded technology means a sort of technology which has been developed for the purpose, for the removal of contamination in blow room line after a fine opener. And blow room line is a very tough environment, especially in tropical country like Pakistan, like India, like Bangladesh. Practically, Loptex implement a modular concept, means embedded and modular concept, which permits an easy maintenance and which permits also a low, let's say, cost of spare part. I will go more in detail with the next slide. So here you can see EXA optical design. Practically, Loptex implement a rectangular channel, a rectangular monitor channel, the width of which is 1,200 millimeter and 8 centimeter depth. Contamination and let's say cotton with contamination passes through. Then on each side of the monitoring channel, there are two arrays of embedded color camera system with narrower narrowing viewing angles. Practically, this sort of technology implements overlapping viewing angles, constant sensitivity level all over the monitoring channel in both sides of the channel. If we would use one camera only, it can be a little bit tricky in a way that one camera only per channel side generates a wide viewing angle with optical sides distortions. It means in this side and in this side, in this side and in this side of the channel, there are some sort of optical distortions and reduction of sensitivity level. But with this configuration, with this design, Loptex can identify contamination with constant sensitivity level, direct viewing of contamination, assuring consistency on results, and assuring also very high efficiency on detection of contamination. So Loptex practically offers two systems. I mean, both in non-woven and in spinning. The EasyLink EXA upwards fiber flow and base EXA downwards fiber flow. Upwards fiber flow for sort of a very compact, I would say, blowroom line, where space is an issue, and this system represents a safe cost space solution. Then downwards fiber flow in case space is not a big issue. In spinning mill, the application is relatively standard since the production do not exceed 800 kg per hour, 1000 kg per hour. In non-woven application, it's quite different since the production ranges from 200 kg per hour up to 1800 kg per hour. And Loptex can offer in this respect tailor-made solution to its customer. If you can see here, this is the typical, I would say, design of a blowroom line in cotton, I would say. This is the bale placa, first coarse opener, mixer, fine opener, and then Loptex sorter system, which is always fitted after a fine opener and before carding process. In case of non-woven, also the blowroom line is very similar. Instead of bale placa, there are upper feeders, also a small coarse opener, mixer, and then fine opener, sorter, and carding process. Loptex is about to introduce also another important feature, which is EXA class is an option. We are still working on it to optimize it. And the purpose of this new feature is the classification and let's say the classification of contamination according to color and size. We are working right now with, I mean, on non-woven. In spinning, things are still premature, but we believe that sooner or later also spinning industry will require such a feature. Practically, EXA class is a data acquisition and contamination classification system. It downloads statistical data and contamination images from the sorter system. It classifies contamination according to color and size, and it provides important quality information on processing material. Loptex is also very introduced right now to Industry 4.0. Since we supply remote assistance to our customer It means we are very close. We can be very close nowadays to our customer with this feature. We can do predictive maintenance analysis of the system, and we can help the customer for fine tuning. We can help the customer. We can follow the customer on let's say on his own way of learning about Loptex machine, which is installed in the blow room line. Practically, EXA technology, digital embedded technology, along with human experience, help to fill the competence gap in the production process, since we are very close to the operator through our remote assistance. Also, Loptex is part of course, of Acimit, the Italian Textile Machine Association, and in collaboration with RINA, and let's say, international certifying bodies, generates the green label sustainability, let's say, program, and Loptex is very care about environment condition. Practically, the green label is based on parameters, values, methods which certify Loptex commitment to deliver system with minimum impact on industrial and natural environment. Gentlemen, thanks a lot for your attention, and I hope I've been synthetic and clear enough in this presentation, even if the time is a little bit limited. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Renato Garletti, for giving a very insightful presentation for the solution for contamination, identification, and removal in cotton and non-woven mills. Now, I would like to ask Mr. Giangiolo Linci for his talk on the integrated ecosystem for smart spinning from Marzoli.
Sono collegato. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Very good. Assalamu alaikum to everyone. Good afternoon.
Wa alaikum assalam. If you have a presentation, you can share. Or
Yes.
Like.
I don't know. Presentation is already projected on my laptop. Can you see that?
Currently, no. But if you share it using the share option window, so it will be.
Non la vedo. Hold on, we are trying to.
Yes.
I can see.
Yes, we can see now.
It is coming.
Please proceed.
Okay, very good. So I see also my Italian colleague. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Girletti,
Buongiorno
Renato.
Licini.
Barelli. Buongiorno, good morning to everyone, good afternoon. Now let us go through very quickly, because time is quite short. And definitely, since the range of the machine of product that we have, definitely we should spend at least one day, full day. And I promise, and definitely I will try to schedule my next trip to Pakistan, and to, if possible, to organize a full day symposium with the Faisalabad University. So, yeah. So we are Marzoli. So we are producing spinning machine. We have the complete range from blow room to the ring frame. We are part also a group, which is a quite big group, which have 5 divisions. One, it is the automation, where there are solutions for industrial automation, piston, valve, and so on, and plastic molding. Then there is also the division with the machine tools in Severardi, and then also Ingersoll, which is definitely a well-reputed company, which has also branch in United States. Then the textile machinery, which is Marsoli, which is an historical company in the field. We have something like 165 year plus of history to share with all our customers. Then there is also the manufacturing division, which is including cast iron foundry and also machine tools, metalworking, very precision components, mechanical component made. And the latest one, which has been established, is the Camossi Digital Division, where practically we bring all the innovation which are coming from the expertise of all the other branch of the group, and we try to bring all the innovation related to the industry 4.0. So this is just showing more or less where the group is involved. So in a very sophisticated machine tool, foundry, very sophisticated and precision components. Now coming to Marsoli, we have the expertise. Thanks to the company has been founded in 1851, so it is more than 160 years old. We have presently 200 employees. We have different subsidiaries in the world, and also we are present in more than 70 countries. Now, as I said before, our product is ranging from the opening section, from the blow room, up to the ring spinning frame. Now, talking about, this is the blow room. We have the blow room processing cotton or any fiber with the staple length of the cotton. And the card. So the card, it was, I can say, once many years back. I'm following, let me say, the Pakistani market since 1980. My first trip in Pakistan, it was in 1980. And at that time, we have plenty of carding machine. I don't know if the professor may remember the famous double lap feeding card machine, which was a particular feature given by Marsoli. Nowadays, unfortunately, due to many reasons, the presence of our card is not so much, due to price, due to sophistication of the machine and many other reasons. But definitely, we are there in the market, and we are continuously developing the card and developing the machine in order to be on the edge of the market, of the product. Now we have the card of 1.5 millimeter working with, and with a diameter of 1 meter of the main cylinder, and this is important and development that we have done more than 10 years ago. Actually, the famous Ritter, which is also famous in Pakistan, is coming only during the past 1 year. They are coming to the same geometry that we are having since 12, 13 years. So just to show that how, although we are not present in the market due to many reasons, I repeat, but definitely the innovation we bring into the textile field are most of the time followed by the same I don't say the word copy, but they are coming on the same kind of configuration that we are giving in terms of technology. Definitely having a wide diameter and having a wide car, we are able to have a better quality. We are able to have a high productivity, and of course, this, in the other hand, if we keep the quality, the production output within a certain level, we are able to improve much the quality. So because in the blow room carding and most of the spinning machine, faster you go, definitely the quality is suffering. We are able to find with our solution a good compromise where you can get definitely a high standard quality and very high performance, high production output. Combine machine, actually, I will spend a few words on the combine later on, but definitely this is the model that we are having. And in the combine section, we are having definitely the draw frame, first passage and second passage, and as well lap winder and the combine machine. So we have section by section, all the machine, we are able to cover all the range of product, either carded or combed. I can say that somehow, sometime, this machine has been used also for other purpose. For instance, we have also option that once, rather than collecting the fiber into a sliver and sending to the draw frame, we are sometimes going back again after combing the cotton, the lap. We are again going back into the process on the blow room directly in order to produce some, let me say, very high quality yarn or very particular product. So we are not related only to the conventional system, but sometimes we are making some products which are particular and they are niche for the niche market. So we are flexible, we are providing solutions which are coming out a little bit from the original and the standard scheme of production. The draw frame is a 3/3 drafting system. We have definitely the short-term auto leveling, and reaction time is 3 milliseconds. We have all kinds of sensors to detect any interruption of the machine, any problem related to let me say, the weakness of the sliver, sometimes the sliver, or related to the joint, which has been made in a wrongly passage before. So definitely we have a perfect evenness of the sliver, high productivity up to 1000 meters per minute. Reliability is a must, and as well the flexibility is a must nowadays, because what we have experienced during these years that the machine is not only for cotton, but sometimes we have to make some different blends, and not the conventional blend, polyester cotton blend, but also I can say that we are also using for some the waste of the cashmere, the waste of some wool, very expensive fiber. And we are blending, therefore we need a machine which can stand and has to stand on and produce a optimum sliver for any kind of blend possible. The lap winder, it is, let me say, a completely redesigned lap winder. Actually, the machine, it is quite, let me say, simple in terms of mechanically is quite simple. We use a combination of pneumatic piston that we are getting some special piston from the company, from the group, since as I told, Camozzi Group is also making piston, very high level piston. And we are using a combination of mechanical parts combined with the benefit of the pneumatics, because we are pneumatic pressure on the draft. We are using pneumatic system to control the formation of the lap. So by doing this, we are able to have a uniform weight of the lap, parallel and homogeneously distribution of the sliver on the surface of the lap, and therefore getting the advantage to reduce or avoid the hairnets during the unlapping process on the combing machine. So another point to highlight on this machine, it is the doffing time, which is very fast. If we compare to the lap winder from our competitor Ritter, we are taking exactly the half of the time that they are using. So this is in particular on the lap winder, where the time to build a lap is something like about 2 minutes. Saving 20 seconds for the doffing, it is a big advantage in terms of production, because usually the efficiency of the lap winder, due to the reason of the short time required to make the lap, is to build up the lap. So saving these during the doffing, saving 20 seconds during the doffing, is a big increase of the efficiency and the production of the machine. Comber. Now I have to say 2 or 3 important things about the combing machine. First of all, we are using definitely, we are having a machine which can stand up to 600 nips per minute. So, and then the production is up to 85 kilo per minute, 85 kilo per hour. There is a mistake on there. Then the quality produced by our comber, it is very good. In particular, for the reason that we are having definitely 2 advantage compare also our competitor. One, it is that we are monitoring on each combing head. We have sensor and we are monitoring the weight of this lap when it's coming through the from the lap is becoming a sliver, a web, and then a sliver. We are monitoring exactly what we are producing there. And if for any, let me say, differences on the weight of this lap, of this sliver, definitely we are measuring, and then we can send alarm to stop them or to stop the machine. So the quality is monitored on the combing, on each combing head. The other point which is helping very much the quality of the sliver produced is that we don't have any drafting in this area, but our drafting is on the top of the coiler. So from, by having a drafting area in this zone, definitely the sliver which is produced has to come through the, let me say, on the top of the coiler and go into the can. But in this, let me say, 1.5 meter length, since the sliver of the comb sliver is very weak, definitely it is easy to get it damaged. So what we have done is to move this drafting area from this zone to the top of the coiler. So there is no distance to cover with the weak sliver, because immediately we have the coiler and then the can to receive the sliver produced. So this is giving a very good U%. When we test the sliver, we are getting very good U%. Then I have to say something else, again related to the quality, that we are having the circular comb with different pin density. This is very important because according to the cotton use, we can, by removing a strip with and replacing with a proper strip of a different population of the needles, then definitely we can obtain always the better combination related to the cotton that we are processing. So it is very efficient. It is also very flexible because, season to season the cotton change, and then variety of cotton sometimes, or the availability of cotton in the country is sometimes is short. So the customer, the spinning mill, are providing the cotton from abroad, and then according to the cotton that they will get, we always have on the same machine the possibility just to not to change the comb, but to change only the strip in order to have always the correct combination by the half lap comb. Then another very important thing is the self-cleaning top comb. So the top comb, the straight comb, which is there on all combing machine, in our case, it is self-cleaning. Then it means that there is a stream of air which is keeping always the needle clean. This definitely, there is no cotton, the short fiber not going to stuck there, deteriorating the quality of the sliver produced. That is. Now, the integrated spinning technology. Why we are saying integrated? Because now we are not only producing the machine, but also we are producing all the device, all the application, which are, let me say, handling the production output from one machine to the other. And in that case, I mean, for instance, we have the roving frame. So definitely we have to transport the bobbin produced, since we are having the automatic doffing, and then we have to transfer the bobbin produced to the ring frame. So we need all the system to handle these, automatically handling this product in order to avoid any mishandling by operator and to bring all the quality produced on the roving frame to the ring spinning frame. So we have developed the BTS, what is called the bobbin transport system, and also in terms of for the combing section, we developed the lap winding transfer from the lap winder to the combing machine. So the simplex, I have to say that in the past, let me say 5-10 years, definitely we have gained a lot of, in particular in Pakistan, we have gained a lot of market. We have taken, let me say, a big share of the market, which is traditionally in the hand of Toyota. We developed a machine which is standing on that for quality, for production, up to it is standing with the Toyota. Plus, we are, thanks to the automatic doffing, which is there in our machine, and it is a system which is let me say, in the market and improve for more than 25 years. And definitely we got a good number of customers in Pakistan. So the machine that we have is up to 240 spindles. So we can say that still in Pakistan, it is the longest machine available. So we have different kind of configuration with, let me say, for 7 inches or 6 inches flyer. It is a complete flexible machine, and definitely we are having, for us to meet the standard of Toyota after years. It was a quite big target, but I can say that we have done very good, and even more than what we were expecting. And I have to say that the Pakistani customer, they are appreciating very much, in particular this machine and all the automation related for that. Another important thing, which is something offer, which can be a solution given by us. We have a machine which is let me say a manual machine or semi-automatic machine. And this machine can be anytime converted into a automatic doffing machine. So we have done in Pakistan already with customer in Faisalabad and also in Karachi. So it is a completely flexible machine also, because some customer, when they decide to go for the automation, they are still not sure. So, and due to cost involved, definitely they go for manual machine, but they are sure that whenever they decide to convert into automatic machine, the machine is there to accept the automatic doffing. It is a complete, let me say, automatic machine where all drive is an electronic machine. The 4 drive of the machine, I mean the drafting, the flyer, the bobbin, rail, and the spindle are automatic, so and are electronic. So no need to change gear, no need to make all this. So machine is very easy for maintenance. The power consumption is limited. Actually, just to, I don't know how much you are in this detail.
Yes, if we can close, I mean, if we can shorten the presentations as we are running short of time, and then we have a Q&A session as well. So we are having 3 questions at the moment. So we will see how. So I would request to please speak.
I would like Mr. Professor to show a video, which is very interesting video, which has been taken, which shows exactly the spinning mill in Faisalabad. And the company is Kamal Textile. So where you can see exactly the simplex and see the bobbin transport, how we are installing, because this is also a very important thing, and what is the, I can say nowadays, customers are appreciating more from our side. So I think it is something interesting, and definitely, if you like to also to work, I take the occasion to invite you on behalf of Kamal to visit that mill for you and the students. So it is the customer will be only pleasure, and we too. So I don't know if you want to allow me to go through quickly to the video, because see believing is believing. So it is more than 100 presentation. Hello.
Yes, you can start a quick video.
Yes. So the presentation is quite long.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will. This is Kamal Textile, which is, I think, is in Faisalabad. He is Mr. Saad, the technical director of the company. Okay, I think we can go quite, because video is also taking some time. Come posso andare a vedere?
Mr. Saad is a very good friend of mine.
Yes, very good friend. Mr. Saad and Mr. Farouk, who is there, who is also in charge of the mill. So you can see this is the mill. This is a 224 spindle. Sorry, but I put a high speed, otherwise the video really is taking quite a long. You see all the BTS, which is assembled on the krill area, and this is to avoid to put, you know, the bobbin transport in between ring frame and the roving frame. This is the stripper, the integrated stripper. We are the only company, and we have patented this. We have the integrated stripper, inbuilt integrated stripper, which is double head in this case. This is showing the machine where we can have the panel on both sides of the machine, so to facilitate the operation for the operator. This is also a big advantage, which is a peculiarity which is there in our machine only. So this is showing a little bit the machine. Now we are approaching to a doffing, and then we will see the doffing operation on the